Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Ashley Jellison. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and tuning into Kingdom Warrior, the Kingdom Warrior channel. And let me just explain to you real quick. I just want you to know that I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much, probably more than you even know, because it takes a lot of courage to step out on any social media platform and to put out there your thoughts. And for me, I'm a child of God. I give thanks to the Lord for my life. He sent me here for purpose, and it takes courage and faith to step out and to do such a thing as this, going onto YouTube and creating content to share with the world. Because initially that's what we're doing, and the whole purpose of it is to reach the souls that need to hear that message that's meant just for them, from the Lord. So I pray that this message touches your heart, and if it does, consider liking the channel and subscribing, and sharing it with someone who you think might need to hear it. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Ashley Jellison. I am a certified life coach. I also consider myself to be a mentor because I'm a mama. And I have 4 daughters, and I believe that that's like the highest form of mentorship, is being able to mentor and coach your children to become the best version of themselves. And that's just where I find myself today. And may the Lord continue to work through me on this day today. So it's my day off today from my job. And the reason why I say from my job is because your job and your work is 2 different things. I know a lot of times people be like, oh, I got to go to work because I got to go to... Nah, you got to go to your job. That's your job. Like, that's the thing you'd go to, and you get a pay every week or every 2 weeks. Like me, I get paid every 2 weeks, which is whack because in 2 weeks be taking forever. Then you have people who are paid on salary. So that's your job. You go to, you're compensated for your time at this place of employment. But your work is different. Your work is your purpose. Your work is what you were sent here to do by God. If you are on this earth, if you are listening to the sound of my voice right now, your work is your purpose. Your work is what you were sent here to do by God, which is ultimately to fulfill the destiny over your life. And whatever that is your work. So right now, I'm doing my work while I'm off of my job. Anyway, so if you are able to look over my shoulder, right over here, you can see that there's some tombstones. And if you can't guess, I'm parked on the side of the cemetery. And I drive by the cemetery. I know a lot of people drive by the cemetery, and there's like these superstitions, about cemeteries and blah, blah, blah. But to be honest with you, this is probably the richest place on earth, is the cemetery. And I know it sounds crazy, but this is where dreams have died, books that will never get to read, stories that were never told, the purpose on these people's lives, if they had not fulfilled it, that purpose died with them, and the world will never be able to experience or to be touched by the purpose that was set over their life. And I began to think about time. We're on borrowed time. We don't have forever. Like, we don't have forever to live on this earth and to do all the things that we want to do. We need to get tapped into the things that we need to do, not want to do. If you find yourself like just not feeling fulfilled, it's because you haven't found your purpose. Your purpose is what's going to give you that sense of fulfillment and urgency, because now you know that there is something that you need to be doing. And instead of wasting time not doing it, you're going to want to get to work. Okay? You're going to want to get to work on doing the thing that you were sent here to do because of this. That's borrowed time. The people who are in these plots were on borrowed time, just like us. Just like us. We're no different from the people who are in these plots, who are in this cemetery. One day, we're going to leave this earth. And when we do, will you have done every single thing that you were sent here to do? Will you have fulfilled your purpose in Christ? If you found this video and you don't even know who Christ is, then I pray that the Holy Spirit would just touch upon your life right now, and that you will encounter Jesus. I pray that I am able to be a good representation of the kingdom of heaven for you right now in your life. You were sent here for a reason. You are here on purpose. There is great purpose within you. God put something in you for you to share with the world. And the more you keep running from you, the more you keep taking time to not being able to sit with yourself and be with yourself, you're never going to know why you were put here. I was reading a book by Dr. Miles Monroe. I think it's called The Power and Purpose of a Woman. Or I could have, you know what? Do I have it with me? I do. It says A Woman of Power and Purpose by Dr. Miles Monroe. And in the chapter, it's called, is it this one? The 7 Principles of Purpose. Right. 7 Principles of Purpose. Ephesians chapter 1:11. It says, God works out everything in conformity with the purpose of his will. Everything. You might have felt like you went the wrong way, that you've been doing things on your own, that you've been just seeking to do your own will, wanting to do what you want. But eventually, everything works out in conformity with the purpose of God's will over your life. So he listed 7 principles, and out of the 7 principles, principle number 4, it says, where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Abuse doesn't just mean abuse being inflicted upon you by another person. It can also be abuse to your own self. You out drinking alcohol to a crazy extent, smoking weed, just doing harmful things to your body, overeating. That's like a form of abuse. But then, yes, there is the other form of abuse where you're being, treated wrongly by another individual, while you're being treated wrongly in your workplace, while you're being treated disrespectfully by the person that you call, your husband, or, just in case a man pops in and hears this, your wife. Like, if you don't have a vision for your life, if you don't have vision, if you don't know what your purpose is, you will just accept anything, and you will do anything, and you will go anywhere, and you will be anywhere because you don't know why you're here. The moment it becomes clear to you why you're here, everything in your life begins to change. There is a shift that happens in your life once you know what your purpose is, once you know why you're here, once you know, okay, now I have a sense of direction. And now I'm not here playing games anymore. Now I'm here to live my life, and I'm here to live it on purpose. These people in this cemetery, did they live their life on purpose? Did they live it to its highest fulfillment? Or did they just consume space on this earth, did what they wanted to do, and now they're gone? What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want people to say about you when you're gone? And I know it's not just about us, because we're here representing the kingdom of heaven. But if you notice, the people that represented the kingdom of heaven rightly, they are still making their mark on this earth right now, just like Dr. Miles Monroe. If you have not heard of Dr. Miles Monroe, look him up on YouTube. He was teaching things in a time where maybe people weren't really able to receive, because he was speaking of the kingdom of heaven in a way that I have never heard anybody else teach. And his messages to this day are impacting lives. You want to be a person who impacts the lives of those when you're not even here anymore, when you're there. When you're there, you want to know that the things that you spoke, the words that you said, the books that you wrote, the places, the videos that were created, those things are going to continue to play out and throughout time. You want your life to exceed you. You want your life to continue to go on even when you're not here. So my question to you is, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to give up to find out why you are here, so you can stop accepting less than of yourself, less than of your situation, accepting anything and everything because you don't know who you are? You are the image of God. You were made in the image and the likeness of God. You need to stop just accepting anything and everything that is going on in your life, and really take some time to sit with God and ask him, God, why did you put me here? What is my purpose here? Why am I here? The moment that it becomes clear to you, I'm telling you right now, and I'm telling you this because I know it. Whenever it becomes clear to you, your purpose and why you're here on this earth at this time, your whole life is going to take a turn, and it's going to make a major shift. And when that shift happens, things are going to start to make sense. Every single thing that you went through, it's all going to be worked out. It says in Romans chapter 8, verse 28, all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. It is the Lord's plan and purpose that will always prevail. It will always prevail. It'll always prevail. The moment you really get serious about seeking the Lord, it will be made clear to you why you're here. Doesn't matter how old you are either. I'm 40 years old. I'm just now coming into purpose. But guess what? The 40 years that I've been here on this earth, all that time, there's nothing but gems in that history, because now I have knowledge that I otherwise would not have ever had to share. Now those things that I've been through, because God works all things out for good, now those are lessons now that I have to be able to give to a woman that was like me at one point, before I discovered who I am and where I'm going. Take some time to sit with God and seek the kingdom of heaven. Seek the kingdom of heaven and watch how God begins to open up your eyes so that you can see, not just like your physical eyes, but like spiritually. You'll be able to see. You'll be able to, you'll start picking up on things you never was able to pick up on. You'll start seeing things and hearing things that you never saw and heard before. And it could be the same situation, the same environment, but you start to see different stuff. Purpose. You have a purpose and a calling over your life. Otherwise, you would not be here. There are 500 million sperm that are released during the time of intercourse. And guess what? Out of the 500 million sperm that was released, you made it to the egg. That's a scientific fact. Go look that up. It was you. You made it. 500 million. You are one out of 500 million. That's purpose. So don't you let anybody ever tell you that there is no, you were a mistake. God don't make mistakes. God is a God of purpose. So I pray that this message blessed you, as much as it's blessing me right now, I'm really trying not to cry. And I apologize for, speaking to y'all with these glasses on, but I'm just not having the best, face day today. So please just forgive me. But I pray that, this message blessed you and touched you. And I pray that you would be strengthened in this day today. I pray that the Lord will cover over you. And I pray that he will give you the eyes to see and the ears to hear what he has to say to you today. And until next time, y'all, I love you so very much. And you have yourself a good old day today, okay? All right. Bye.